Hello guys, welcome to my 21-week vlog. So if you haven't noticed, I'm in my room and maybe you don't realize this, but my bed is a little bit higher. My husband picked up a bed frame through Facebook Marketplace last week and we raised our bed up. And I've been sleeping so much better since my bed is off the floor, and because I can get in and out easier to go to the bathroom and then come right back and go right back to sleep, whereas before it was a struggle to get out of bed. And yeah, anyways, so I love my bed. I'm so excited to have a regular, I feel like an adult. Like, we've been sleeping on the floor for so long that now I'm like, oh, I feel like a grown-up. I have a bed off the floor. And it's also, we needed extra storage space, so we're going to be getting some storage bins to go underneath there to store some of our stuff. So I'm excited about that. Anyways, let's just jump right into the video. I had to write things down because you know me, I tend to too much about stuff. So, new bed. I love it. Cravings. What am I craving these days? Watermelon. Watermelon. I love watermelon so much. It just tastes so good. And I'm so glad it's watermelon season because I can buy them and they are so sweet and yummy. And they keep me hydrated because I have a hard time drinking tons of water. I should. I have a hard time getting enough water in. I do enough just to kind of squeeze by, but I need more water in my diet. But watermelon helps. So, and popsicles and ice cream, a lot of sweet things. Probably not a good thing. But I try to balance it out with eating lots of proteins and stuff to balance out the things. So, my weight this morning was 158. I'm gaining weight, but you know what? It's all right. It will come off. I put on, with my daughter, I put on like 50 pounds or something like that. So I was 132 or 135 when I got pregnant this time around. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be probably around 180 by the time this pregnancy is over. But it'll come off postpartum, so I'm not really too worried. I'm exercising, you know. I went like this afternoon, I went for a little hike with my daughter. And I'm trying to do more of that and do a few little weights to build up my arm strength to hold that baby 24/7. So yeah, if you watched the last video, you'll know that I'm having a boy. There's a little boy in here. I'm so excited. And so I'm just really, I'm excited and terrified at the same time because I know how to raise a girl. I have a girl. I'm a girl. I know how it works. But boys, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But you know, he's gonna be a total angel and it'll be like my easiest child ever. We'll see. But I'm excited. We haven't picked out a name yet, and we probably won't reveal the name until he's here, because we haven't picked out a name yet. I'll probably pick it when we're at the hospital. So yeah, you know what the funny thing about, so Thursday we found out it was a boy, and then Friday night I wake up in the middle of the night and suddenly I have this thought, holy cow, I'm gonna have to circumcise this baby. Or should I circumcise? What should I do? What is the right thing to do? And let me just preface this, you do what's right for your family. But me, I'm a data-driven person. I work in cancer data analysis, so I have to have data to back things up. Excuse me for a second, I need to get a drink. Speaking of hydration. to get my water bottle. My mouth is starting to get a little dry. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, I got up, went out in the living room, opened my laptop, and started Googling and searching about circumcision. And I discovered some interesting things. I discovered that the history of Americans circumcising was brought in by Puritans. This idea that that boys who get circumcised, I think it was like this urban myth back in the late 1800s, that boys who get circumcised are less likely to masturbate or something like that. It was like, what? And then somehow it became like a mainstream medical procedure that has its roots in religious stuff. So I'm not religious. I did grow up Christian, but I am not religious right now, and we're raising our kids without any kind of particular religion, mostly because we want our kids to make their decision when they're older. Whatever spiritual path they choose when they're old enough to make that choice for themselves, I support 100%. However, right now, I'm just happy to raise them as good citizens, good, kind children who love their neighbors and are kind to the earth and the people around them. So that is my religion, is kindness and love and acceptance to the people around them. Whatever they choose later on down the path, that's, when they're adults, they can do whatever they want. But anyways, see, I tell you, I diverge. But back to circumcision. So circumcision is basically like Jews, Muslims, and then like African countries. There's certain like tribes in Africa, a lot of tribes in Africa, that is like, circumcision is like a rite of passage into manhood. And I mean, they do it like later on, like when they're teenagers. The boys are teenagers, which just sounds awful to me, but you know what? That's their culture, and you just gotta, I can't judge because I'm not from Africa, and I don't understand how those things work. But anyways, so I'm like, why are we doing it here? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, there's no medical like data backing it up that shows that circumcision is medically necessary. And like every article that I read from like American Pediatrics, I actually went in and looked at like medical journals because I do have access to medical journals and databases because of my job. And so I'm like looking, trying to read, like, why is this? And so I was raised, from my Christian background, was that circumcision is, it's a good practice because it lowers your chances of cancer, and it's actually false. Good hygiene lowers your chance of cancer, penile cancer, and like, not, how many people, like infections, so STDs and that sort of stuff, that is what brings your risk. And whether you're circumcised or not doesn't really matter. But anyways, it was really interesting reading that stuff at 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we're probably going to lean on, we're definitely leaning on the side of not circumcising. And if my boy decides that that's something he wants, he can do on his own terms when he's older. You can't regrow a foreskin, so I don't want to take that away from him and then you know, later on in life, he's like, why did you do this to me? This is barbaric. Why did you do this to me? So if that is something that he is super worried about or concerned about later on in life, you know, I'll support him if he wants to go get circumcised when he's older. But anyways, yeah, so fun things that you have to think about when you're having a boy. I'm sure that this is not the last thing penis related with these boys, but yeah, speaking, like, because I work in cancer data, so one of the things I saw, they were talking about, like, the you know, penile cancer, that it lowers. Well, penile cancer is very rare in the first place. Like, there's far more other cancers your child could get before they get penile cancer, so it's not even, like, a huge risk. But anyways, do your own research, make your own decision, and whichever decision is right for you, that is right for you. For us, it's leave it alone, intact. So let me show you my belly. My belly. Ooh, 21-week belly. Oh no, look at that thing. Can you believe it? It's so big, and I still have like 19 more weeks. We'll see. I mean, if he comes early like my daughter did, then that's 16, 17 more weeks. Anyways, well, thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have a great week. We're going camping this weekend. So this is my 3rd time camping pregnant. So I will figure this out, and I'm going to do a video on tips for camping and pregnancy by the end of the summer, because I'm going to be a pro at this by the time the summer is over. Because what else are you going to do? There's nothing that's open right now. We're still in quarantine partially. I mean, there's things opening around in Oregon, but like theme parks, and I mean, I guess we could go to the beach, but I can't. I have to stay, keep my distance from people, and people are being stupid, and like, people aren't wearing masks in grocery stores, and I just, my midwife advised me. So, okay, here's another thing. Sorry, this video is getting long, but my brother came up from California last week to visit us. Well, he dropped off his kids at my parents' house, and I couldn't go see them. And my daughter wanted to go play with them, but she doesn't want to stay there for 2 full weeks. Till, you know, my parents aren't going anywhere. Well, they're going to church, but their church is social distancing, and they're mostly, the people in their church are like older population, so they're being very careful. So besides that, they haven't really gone anywhere. They've gone to the grocery store during senior citizen hour, and they're trying to, like, I'm comfortable with them because I know my parents are being careful, but my brother and his family haven't really been that careful. So I was cautioned by my midwife. She's like, I wouldn't go over there, you know, unless you know that they haven't been sick, or they haven't been around people who've been sick. And I couldn't guarantee that, and neither could my brother. So I was like, I'm sorry, I wanted to see you, but we did a Skype call. And so my daughter, who should have been there this week at my folks' place, so I could have time to do things around the house and finish my book and whatnot, she's still here with me. She's in another room playing a video game with one of her friends, so online praying. There's nobody else here. Anyways, yeah, so it just kind of sucks because, you know, I can't do a lot of things that I would like to do. Like, I would love to go get a massage, and I haven't been able to do that. Hopefully I will eventually once that opens up, but again, I have to be very careful, like who I'm seeing, how are they careful, are they, because there's still a lot of unknown data around pregnancy and COVID-19. So that being said, we're going camping this weekend because there's nobody else at our property. So it'll be nice to get out and go out and be in nature and celebrate summer solstice and Father's Day out in the woods in one of my favorite places on this planet. So thank you so much for watching. Take care and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video.